Situation has developed. We must decide if we shall follow the letter of the law, or do you want my heart to tell me is right? Traveling merchant vessels roam the rivers of the stolen lands. They sell low-priced goods and bypass the official fees. They sell nothing special, of course. Cheap clothes, utensils, simple tools. They are lifesavers for our peasants, who can afford little else. However, the merchants are unhappy with the current situation. They wish to fund a boat squad to hunt down and sink the travellers' boats. The merchants are alleged enforcing the laws and fighting against the sales of the stolen property, but in fact they're only greedy to control the small percentage of goods that the travellers live on. It's up to you to decide what we shall do. I'm sure you can see why this troubles me. We must intervene, and prevent this injustice. Let the merchants know that their efforts are not required. If they touch any vessel that isn't theirs, we will have to resort to violence. Force. Thank you. The law doesn't always grant protection to those in need. I don't know. Quite annoying that. Alright. I bring news. Not unexpected, a sizable group of elves from Kanoin have crossed the border into your kingdom. They send a message to you. You may read it if you wish, but I can't state the sublist in a few words. We demand you turn over the murderer. We await your response. Stares at you closely as if trying to assess something, if she is studying you or considering the larger situation. I suppose we should meet with them. Back then, near the Thorn River, after the battle with the Elven youngster, I felt Jaethal's presence again. For the first time since I was reborn, now I feel something similar, a command, or the shadow of one. Besides, I don't like to leave any affairs unfinished. Let us put an end to this. Somehow threaten me in my kingdom? I doubt it. They are not officially emissaries from Kanoin. If they were, then their interference would look quite different. Most likely those are the families of those foolish youngsters from the camp near the Thorn River. I assume they're inclined to fight, but they won't set ambushes or try to stab you in the back. First, they will surely try to negotiate. Elves, you know. Fine, we'll meet on. I am ready to strike one at once notice. Alright, so I can do that one as well. Okay, so now I have to bring Jaethal with me. Something like that. So, everything is prepared for the dream ritual. I am ready. As usual, I do not collect a story, but help create it. Good luck, Your Highness, and may the gods guide your way. It's just us two. It's just me and Lindsay in this one, so this will be interesting. Okay, so yes, maybe I should have grabbed other things first, but we're going to buff everybody up. Oh. Onwards we go.
Our sister, our mistress, our queen.
Our queen.
Our sister, our mistress, our queen. Hail to our queen.
Stop calling me that. In the darkest hours and the brightest days, you simply called me sister. I need no other title. Your songs and laughter accompanied me in my happiest moments. I would rather not shift them to honorifics. The time of my triumph is nigh, sisters. I want to share it with you as I have always shared my secrets, my sorrows, and my joys. Even after I become an eldest, I shall not abandon you. My realm will be the kingdom of spring, love, and life, and you will all be most welcome there.
Be happy, sister.
Happy sister.
Be victorious, sister.
Wow, we're inside her dream. Maybe we should try talking to her. She may not quite be the real Nyrissa, but that's kind of the point. In her dreams, she can let out the things she would never say in the real world.
Be careful, Nyrissa. You have always been the bravest of us, and none deserve to be an eldest more than you.
So I dated
But
the
these
face
ambitions
sister.
may come with a steep price.
Perhaps I have always been the bravest, Devindra, but you have always been the grumpiest. We are blessed with eternal life, but we keep living out each day, abiding by rules we had no hand in creating. My plan is daring, you say? Well then, so be it.
So be it.
I simply pray we do not end up paying a price we cannot bear.
Foreshadowing. Chief's voices of the minds fade away and the vision seems to freeze. A ghostly Narissa stands before you, her eyes seeming to see you without noticing you. What have you done to your sisters?
What I did to them is paltry compared with what was done to me. But you cannot understand. No one can. Just go away.
No. Please.
Can you make an epic pose?
Oh,
I need
right.
inspiration.
Be troublesome? Ah, there we go. Oh, I'm so happy for that, because if I had to fight them the way I should be fighting them. Should be careful. Dreams are already full of monsters. I dread to think what we might find in there, I said. Well, you said it would be a nice, fun place. This is not like Inception at all. Well, kinda it is, actually. Who the fuck is this?
Finish me, scum. I will not bow my head.
What? Can the self-proclaimed queen not fight off a mere animal of the kennel? I come not to kill you. A trial awaits you, trespasser. I shall simply make sure you get there without getting lost along the way. I shall simply make sure you get there without getting lost along the way.
Listen to me, trespasser. You sought a kingdom. I seek something simpler. An apology. Guilty. Cursed. As you sought to steal a kingdom for yourself, so must you do again. 1,000 times over. For a theft, a true theft, must be practiced to be earned. It will be a lengthy task. This is how it shall be measured.
Now, remember. Do it.
Make ruins of kingdoms. When each is dust, the grains shall gather in this vessel. When 1,000 grains are gathered, bring it before us as an offering, so that an eldest may sit from it.
Ashes. Dust. Eternity.
When that is done, your trespass shall be forgiven.
Where will I find so many nations? It is...
An impossible task? How? Let your unrequited love guide you. Guided you to your first kingdom, so it shall again. Seek it, hunt for it, lust for it. Let the emptiness inside you become your deadliest weapon. It is not an impossible task. After all, what use is an apology that cannot ever be given?
Forgiven. Curse. Curse.
Yes.
Cursed. Cursed. Did I truly deserve all this?
Breaks my heart to see what this curse turned you into in the end.
So many wish to judge me. someone who cannot comprehend the burden of the curse, you assume far too much. Burn! Why search for that which has ruined me? I told them to stop. No, I told them to search.
Said, let
It is pointless. Why do I need this?
You.
Do you see now? Do you see? They ripped my heart out and threw it into your world. And something else was torn out with it.
Kindness. Your soul.
No, something deeper. Brighter, I suppose. I only know the sound of this word, but not its meaning. A burning word. A stupid word. Love.
The fact that I've got good came up. I don't believe the soul can be irreparably damaged. Perhaps not all is lost for you after all. Your words resound with an unexpectedly loud echo. Seemingly influenced by them, the surrounding world begins to change. In the eerie silence following the king's last words, we heard a strange melodic chime. The world around us began melting into a colourful whirlwind. The insidious nymph Narissa was gone. The visions of our servants faded away like candle smoke. I instantly realised what was happening. We were being drawn to the deepest level of the dream. In places like these, secret memories and desires could be hidden, sometimes not even known to their owner. What incredible luck to make it there, but would we be able to return? We found ourselves in a flat area amongst glistening pale green rocks. The areas of lush vegetation spotted the rocks were easily recognisable as flowers of the first world. Beneath the cliffs, a forest of white trees with sky blue leaves could be seen. In a distance, the sharp spires of an ornate castle reached into colourful clouds. As we watched the castle tremble and very slowly began moving away, it was built on the back of a enormous, three-eyed elephant with branching tusks. I turned and realised that we had also changed our shapes. Obeying the laws of the dream, our king had turned into... Okay. Dragon? What had I become? The king met me and gazed and said, "Lindsay, you look exactly like flying inkwell." I don't know. The sun blazed across the golden scales of a dragon, reflecting thousands of sunspots all around. Feeling the full power of his new guise, the king immediately tried. Oh, look at that. That's a good roll. The golden dragon froze for a moment before exhaling a cone of blistering flame. It blossomed along the rocks like 1,000 fire-coloured flowers, and the magical crystal cliffs of the first world reflected in them like a mirror. I hurried to record the first steps of the king and his new brilliant appearance. I managed to use earth, leaves, and even some steep rocks as a canvas. Honestly, being a flying inkwell wasn't half bad. While reflecting on a particular precise metaphor from our height, I noticed that in the middle of the sun-draped forest of the summer, there was a small island of winter. Amid the snow and ice, a small flock of little fae were hiding something that resembled a sparkling casket. In case it ended up being important, I took the liberty of sketching this place and committing it to memory. While the king decided to try, a melodic laugh suddenly rang out of nowhere, not offensive but rather inspiring. It seemed someone was watching the king's attempts. None other than Narissa herself approaching, but something in her appearance was strikingly different from the insidious, cold-blooded villain come to know. There was no shadow of arrogance or anger in her face, just cheerful sparkles in her bright blue eyes. I am glad to meet you guest in my domain. Greetings. She didn't seem to recognize us at all. Is your realm? Oh yes. And then pointed at the forest below with her elegant gesture. Obeying her will, all the trees immediately changed their colours, turning from white and blue to red and gold, then to an elegant green. I am Nerissa. This is my thousand's breath. She scooped up the fire still burning in places after the dragon's breath and rolled it in her hands, turning it into a flower. A wild rose with glowing petals. Before her eyes, the flower took root and spread across the nearest rock. I like you, stranger. Will you stay with me? Soon, I will become something much more than I am now. Soon, my domain will become larger, more beautiful. Its borders open to the bravest, most wonderful creatures, all with blazing souls. Together we will create a dreamland unlike any the first world has ever known. Silence fell for a moment before the king finally replied. It's crazy. Give it up or you'll lose everything. For a moment, doubt flashed in the beautiful eyes of the nymph. But then she spoke with her unprecedented density, as though trying to convince the king or perhaps herself. I will not give up, not a chance. Even a simple drop of water lives a more interesting life than we children of the first world. A drop may ascend and fall, freeze and melt, dance with lightning in the storm, or create a rainbow. We are capable of much more, but we live out each day without trying to change anything in the world or earn our destiny. I want more. I will achieve more. I will become one of the elders. I will create the realm of my dreams. As Nerissa spoke, the scene blurred in a mosaic of colours, and her voice began sounding more distinct, fading away. For a moment, there was darkness, and we found ourselves in a completely different place, but it seemed vaguely familiar. The stone platform with a pedestal in the middle, there was something we'd already seen in the first world, back when we were looking for a way to get rid of the ever-blooming flower. As in the old vision, Nerissa sat on the pedestal, her head bowed low, just a shadow of the proud and powerful nymph we'd spoken with but recently. The place she sat literally emanated an intense pressure and a feeling of stiffness. My guess is that it was some sort of magical prison. As we approached, Nerissa raised her head and she spoke in a muffled voice. I remember you. Our meeting in the last of my bright memories, the ever-sent dream. Afterward, there was the battle. My sisters slain by the monsters with such ease, like wind extinguishing candles, defeat and pain. Why have you come? To relish in my despair? Don't succumb to evil and despair, only then will you have a chance. Something strange shone at the nymph's eyes. It was as if the words of the king had been imprinted somewhere deep in her soul. With these final words, the vision faded, taking us back to where we had entered this crazy world of melting dreams.
My Skylark, your song is sad today. What happened? Once young deer have barely grown their antlers, they face their fathers in fierce combat. Have you ever seen it? The time has come. You are a stag now, not some defenseless fawn. Go and fight. You were born for glory, my wolf cub. There is room in this world for all sorts of different birds. Some sing sweetly, while others screech proudly. But the peacock displays bright feathers to outshine them all. Be my peacock. Shine! You will become a king whose glory shall overshadow all within the river kingdoms. If you lose, my heart stops along with yours. My Skylark, your song is sad today.
All right.
Different birds So easily
Some sing
trapped.
sweetly, stags
While
and
others
wolves,
screech
proudly.
skylarks and peacock. But the peacock displays bright feathers to outshine them all.
Yeah, they all turned against me because of you.
I was there with you from the very first steps you made into the stolen lands. I've created a nice cage of magical fog around you. Sent you my skylark, helped you kill my stag, guided you through dreams and visions. And I pitted my wolf and my peacock against you. Does it not please you, my hound? I gave you so much prey to chase. But what I have done matters little when compared to why I have done it. I have already lost track of so much time. For so many centuries I sought out those like you. The ambitious and bold. Those who believe they can change the world, or at least rule it. I seek them, grant them power, lead them to triumph, and then push them into the abyss.
That might work. There we go. Nice. Happy days. Alright. Save it, please.
One more grain. And another grain. One more grain. And another grain. One more grain. And another grain. This one took 100 years to obtain. And that one was just a week. The first bears the blood of 3 generations burned in war. The second, just 2 well-chosen words. And 1 little betrayal.
Just a teeny bit, folks.
This will never end. Never! Do you see this cup? It has a name, you know. The Apology. Within it is the Stag Lord and his crazy dream to become a king and take me as his queen. And Armag and his never-born barbarian empire. Who will fall in next? Pitax and its peacock king?
Probably.
Or you?
Never. I know your story now, Nerissa. Unfortunately, what I don't know is how to help you overcome the curse.
What is this, a dream?
Yeah.
Or is someone actually playing games with me? Speaking words that pierce like arrows, teasing me with the hope of salvation beyond my reach. I have had strange dreams recently. Of times before the curse, and a meeting that never occurred. So, this is a dream. But you have entered it from reality. Exquisite. Very reminiscent of the methods I typically use. For 1,000 years, none have come so close to me. And I assure you, none ever will again. But you... I like you more and more, my hound. Perhaps I have no need of that stupid peacock anymore. I could let you tear him apart if you wish. I know where a tool lies that will let you clip his wings. The evidence of his crimes. Something he's been hiding from his Pitaxian allies. But he could not hide it from me. Remember this name, Whiterose Abbey. That is where Iravetti would usually meet with me in the past. And the place where you will find your tool against him.
doesn't matter which one I go for here. Let's see what the worth of your words.
My brave, brave hound. We will get along nicely, I dare say.
So we've got another. So this is what people were saying. We've got another quest for Patax. That's why you don't go to Patax just yet. Oh, that happened.
It is done.
Okay. Ooh. Right. They'll deal with them, and really would like to get used.
Cannot hide from me. Wasted.
Let me fight them or whatever. Okay, I think it makes no difference. A beautiful, nerad and deathly pale. She shudders as you approach. I know you. You're her hound. I have a message for you. She phrases and stares forward into with seeing eyes. When she speaks again, it's not her, it's another. All you recognize all too well. Just 2 more to make 1,000, 2 more grains, and my cup will be full. I care not who makes it first. You and your lands, my hound, or Patax and its ruler. The time draws near, so enjoy yourselves or fight or celebrate your victory. Each step you take is one more towards my triumph. Take the tool promised to you. It awaits you here at the bottom of the lake in the Abbey. But bear in mind, my peacock already knows you have revealed his secret. He is terrified and he will soon make his move. Here's you. Why do you speak for Nerissa's voice? She lifts her head and stares at you with big blue eyes. I have an Evindra. Also, so it wasn't a sister. Okay, so she wasn't the face sisters. I spent many years serving my cousin Nerissa as her living tool, a channel for her voice. And as a gift to her peacock king Everetti, through me, he could communicate with her. Ah. Why would you do this? It's a long story, though you surely know much of it already. Long ago, my dear sweet cousin was different. Then a curse fell upon her, and it changed her completely. It's been a long time since I could recognise Nerissa. A once proud, brave and visionary leader, the curse deprived her of her heart, and her first victims were her sisters, the Limps, and myself. What was the tool Nerissa spoke of? A dark secret hidden in these depths, the remains of victims of the treacherous murder. Side by side, they lie at the bottom of the lake, the offspring of 4 noble Pataxian families, Zenza, Katina, Fuscari, and Scrolla. I know little of the games mortal monarchs play, but I've watched Everetti for a long time. He fears these bones will be recovered and drawn the vengeance of the living relatives. This is why Nerissa told you where to search for the bodies. She also told you you would come to retrieve them. 2 rulers at each other's throat is exactly what she needs. Okay, who's that strange halfling that attacked me at the entrance? The gardener. That is how he is known. The madman was obsessed with me, and Everetti exploited that weakness of his to turn him into the most loyal of his guardians. I do not wish to speak of it more. Okay. Thanks for sharing then, I guess. Wait, I beg you, please, take me with you. And let me live in your capital. I will repay you by telling you all I know. I want to help you, and I want to help Nerissa too. If anyone can break the curse, it must be you. I'm not sure a forgiven traitor has any right to ask this, but please listen to Evindra. She endured immense suffering. I didn't break her. She can help us. Alright. Alright. I thought it were as though it were about him. Thank you for your kindness. You're welcome. Just don't kill anyone. Especially don't kill me. The underground lakes looks like a silver mirror. The reflection on its surface are so clear that you can make out every wrinkle in your clothes and the individual strands of your hair. What you can't make out though is anything that may be hidden beneath the water. You dive into the lake. You once more notice the silvery quality of the water as though it's been imbued with light, or perhaps irradiates it. But the things hidden in by the placid shivering are horrible. Below your feet at the bottom of the lake float a dozen of 2 dozen corpses. They seem to stare at you, some with the empty sockets of hollow skulls, and with nightmarish dead eyes. One body floats past you, and you feel a small metal object fall into your hand. It looks like a signet ring. Okay, examine the bodies. One of the dead bodies wears a purple belt, another is clad in a black vest with bright green embroidery. You easily recognise the insides of the 4 trade houses. These are the dead bodies from all the great families that once rose the tax. Dive deeper. You dive deeper and deeper, pushing yourself until you feel the bottom of the lake beneath your hands and something more, something metallic. A dagger lies beside the bodies of a young blonde man. The weapon is a perfect condition. Despite its submersion, it may be a trick of the mind, but as you leave, the dead man's body shifts. It seems almost like a nodded farewell, but the man wishes you luck and hopes to be avenged.